Hello guys, this is Roger69501 and welcome to my channel. Well, I'm gonna give you my thoughts for this story arc from the Justice League. The name of the story arc is The Sixth Dimension. Runs from Justice League issue 19 up to issue number 25. That's 7 issues. A long complicated story. So here's part 1. Check out the cover. Oh, have you noticed? I'm using a new camera, a new video camera, so it's HD, high definition. Add a small upgrade. Check that out. Here's part 3. Wrath of the Wolf Forger. Part 4. Part 5. Check that out. Part 6. Destroyed by the Dark Knight. And the last chapter, part 7, issue number 25. Check that out. Well, what can I say? We know, at least I noticed, that Scott Snyder, he's a great writer. But I also noticed that when he writes stories that inspire you, how can I say? This is my personal opinion. When it comes to like teen books like Justice League, well, he starts good. He just like somewhere he lost the line of thought and adds some other stuff into the story. Whether it's relevant or not, that's not the point. The point is that, the first 4 issues, I got lost on the story in 3 issues, basically. So I'm going to tell you what it's about. The story is about the sixth dimension. That's it. So now I have to say that the art is really nice. It's done by Jimenez. Check out that art. Really nice. Let me see, and here we got the whole Justice League standing there. Check that out. The sixth dimension. Awesome. Look at that. And we got, so at the beginning of the story we got Mxyzptlk. He just shows up. All because it opens the sixth dimension. So this first issue is really good. I like the first issue because Mxyzptlk give us an explanation of the older dimension. And also we got the kind of like the evolution of the what's the bad guys, what is it called, the Justice of Doom, whatever. So we have here Lex Luthor, Brainiac, and all the bad guys. Sorry about the phone, but I have to keep it on. I never know when I'm gonna get an important call. So here is where Mxyzptlk give this. He explains what is the dimension, the sixth dimension. So all that happens because, remember the beginning of the story, someone or somebody destroyed the source wall. And since the source wall was destroyed, so Perpetua got out. She escaped with her she had 3 sons, kind of. So the thing is that Mxyzptlk tells Superman, look, I want you to go to the sixth dimension and try to fix it. And that's so he said goodbye to everybody. He goes through the door, and then he comes back. The thing is, when he comes back, is older. Which I have to say that this Superman suit over here looks awesome. I like it. Love it. Check that out. Really like it. Very futuristic. Almost like it's designed by him. So it ends when they introduce the Justice League from the future. Just a little bit different. So there, so Superman arrived to that world, the metropolis of the some other dimension, and everything's fine. Remember the story arc on the New 52 called Godtopia? There was a book from, I think it was a Batman book. Don't quite remember what exactly, if it was from Batman, Legend of the Dark Knight, or Detective, but I remember the name was Godtopia. Was Batman and Catwoman. When we as reader we go to the city of Gotham City, and everything's clean, spick and span. There's no crime, no garbage, no unemployment. Everybody got money. No bad guys. So I guess there's no need for judge and policemen. Lawyers probably lawyers in that kind of world. Well, they might be struggling. So the same thing happened on this story. Superman's arrived to Metropolis of that dimension, and where everything's fine, as we can see here. But like every other story, well, the peace doesn't last too long. So they end up in the House of Justice. Check that out over here. The thing. So here is. So we got the whole Justice League in the future. So Superman was sent to the sixth dimension, and the Justice League end up on the House of Justice. The thing is that where Superman goes, he goes in some place dark. And then we see Perpetua with her three sons. Check that out. See what I mean? That it goes from one place to the other. So once I begin to understand the sixth dimension, this world, and then I go to Perpetua, where she's just coming out. And then we see the Star, I forgot the name of this, Star-Lord, I think is the name of Star something, dressed as Robin. Check that out. Now, that is cute. That is funny. So it's kind of like too much stuff, too much different storyline for one main story. So all this is planned by Mxyzptlk. And then we got Super, and then let me show you where Superman is at. We see each one of the Justice League member counterparts. Check that out. So now, one thing I noticed that this Justice League on that future, they all dressed in white. Kind of like there is no color in that world, except for Batman, obviously, because he's Batman. Check that out. See? So I'm gonna look for Superman. Superman ended up in a dark place. So while they're over there, here is. So Superman ended up in a planet. With his counterpart Superman. So everything was a trap. See? Check that out. Face to face with his future. That was it. Now, don't get me wrong, it was a good story. So I'm not gonna go through detail on each book, Now, I have to say that I like the way that they use the shadows. You know, they are sitting on the tree, and I like how the shadow reflects on this page, on Batman's face. I like that. So, and then we have Perpetua, that she wants to. You see, Perpetua, she's kind of like a god. She's a world creator, and she wants to create a new multiverse on her image. So she have her three sons, and each son's gonna have each universe, and they will be the boss of all of each one of those universe that Perpetua give them to them. Give to them. Seems simple. It is and it's not. Excuse me. So here we see the League of Doom. Legion of Doom. That's what I was going to say. So we have the Perpetua, she meet with the Legion of Doom. So now, we have the bad guys, plus not only that the Legion of Doom, they found out that the Justice League got Mxyzptlk, so they decide to bring their own imp. In this case, is Batmite, which has been a long time since I've seen Batmite. Although I have to say that he's obnoxious as Mxyzptlk. But we said that this one is more obnoxious than Mxyzptlk. Can you? That's because I think it has the Batman personality in an imp. Magical imp, so it has to be a pain in the ass. So here are Perpetua's three sons, each one given their own planet or universe to control. And then from there, the whole story goes around Perpetua. Because the thing about the sixth dimension that was explained, we see the big fight between Mxyzptlk and Batmite over here. Check that out, like the art. So we see that one of the rap, I think his name is World Forger, is talking to Batman. They say, look, I kept you here because you're the most brilliant strategic there is. That's why I kept you here. And don't worry about Superman, he's fine, he's going to be back soon, blah blah blah, which is a lie because Superman is on that dark planet where there's no sun. So he's losing all his powers trying to get up, but he can't. Eventually he does, but. So the World Forger tell Batman, look, let's make it. I want you to work for me. And World Forger show him the chair. Remember the chair from the New Gods back in what was the name of that story arc where Batman sitting on the chair of Orion? I think the name is Orion. And once the Batman sitting on the chair, he says, "I'm God. I am God," because he knows everything. So not only that, it also show him a battle suit, which happens to be so far, as far as I know, the most powerful battle suit that Batman ever created. So here, and then we see a group of guys that they come to help the Justice League. Another Legion of Doom. Check that out. And guess who's flying the spaceship? Darkseid. Right here. See what I mean? That it's kind of like all over the place. It started good, then half of it is kind of like Bro, I mean, at least for me, was a little bit all over the place. But when once you get to this issue and the last is where everything makes sense, but he could make the story less complicated. Scott Snyder, my opinion. So we see Superman is right here, stuck in there, where there's no light, no sunlight for him. So it's every time that he tries to fly, he falls down. So we see the Justice League, Legion of Doom trying to escape. They've been attacked. Check that out. Here we see the Wolf Forger still talking to Batman. I think his name is Wolf Forger. Here's where he shows the chair. See over here? Look at that. That's the chair. And after that, he says that Batman created the most powerful Battlesuit ever because it changed. Let me see if I can find it here. So this is the last page, which happened to be a splash. Look at that. Look at that. Let me see if I can bring it closer. Let's see how close I can get it. Check that out. Awesome, huh? So now we are issue number 25, which happens to be a thick book. So here we see Superman that is dying. Reminds me when he was when he got contaminated by parasite. Remember that he was in outer space and all skinny. So here we see the conclusion: the two Justice League fighting each other. Hawker versus Hawker, Green Lantern versus Green Lantern, Wonder Woman versus Wonder Woman, and so on and so forth. Have you noticed that when they do this kind of fight, you never see, like in this case, they always put the same characters fighting each other. I always wonder why they don't put Wonder Woman fighting a Green Lantern, Hawker fighting, let's say, the other Wonder Woman, or Batman, or kind of like shuffle them up a little bit. So when they have two teams with more or less the same power, they kind of like put them together. As long as they all meta-human, of course. Batman here doesn't count because he's not meta-human. So there's a big battle. Check this out. Like I said, the story is a little bit complicated. It's all over the place. But I have to say, now this is the battle suit. Check that out. Look at that. Now this battle suit has the power to imitate everybody's power. So here, finally, Superman used what he has left, and he finally escaped. And he arrives to save the day, which everybody's surprised. Now, Batman always has faith, which is kind of like a weird that Batman has faith, because Batman is not a character that has too much faith. He's more less faith, if that makes any sense. Look at that. And here he's remembering his father, his son, Little John. Look at that. I mean, the fight is epic. It's an epic fight. Love it. So they won the game. They won the fight. They all come back with their own dimension. Lex Luthor shows up with the Legion of Doom, or his version of Legion of Doom, because on the future there were another Legion of Doom, which happened to be with Darkseid, all the bad guys that was not from the original as we know. But the difference is that the Legion of Doom of the future, they decide to help our Justice League. So while that's over, everybody kind of like, the universe kind of got, they saved the universe. The Christians and those gods, they went back to the source world, kind of. So everything's went back to normal in a way. According to the story, they wipe out Amanda Waters' memory. Lex Luthor, he killed himself on that dimension, as far as I know. And once everything's finished, we see like we see Brainiac talking, and somebody comes out. That figure comes out, but doesn't say who is it. Their doom has only just begun, and that's what's the end of it. It end and did not end. I know. Like I said, it has so much plot, subplot, subplot, different ideas. They put it together. I mean, I like Scott Snyder as a writer, but there are times kind of like, whoa. And this is just a perfect example. It's a good story, don't get me wrong. Just trying for me to give you my thoughts about it. It's a little bit difficult because it had so many. It would tell me about different videos. If I wanted to give you my thought for each plot on this story, it's going to take me forever. So other than that, it was a good story. You might like it. Like I said, it's a bit complicated. You need time, kind of like, you need to have like a day, when you have a day off and your wife go to shopping and she take the kids and you kind of like home alone. So when you have in that moment of home alone, excuse me, you serve a cup of coffee, glass of wine, beer, or whatever you want to drink, and you sit on your favorite couch or chair, silence with good music, is when you can read this story. Like I said, if you blink, you might forget a few stuff that happened before, because really, like I say, you had too many plot and subplots into one. This story can be done in 5 issues, easy, if you just kept concentrated on the 6th dimension. So he put like all these characters in it. So I would give this a rate from 1 to 5. I would give it a green, just right in the middle. Not 2, but not 5 either. I would give it a green, 3.5. The art is done by Jimenez. I love it. The color is done by Sanchez. Really, I like the color. It's really nice. The art is a bit cartoony, but I like it. And I believe it's already in the trade. So if you want to give it a try, give it a try. But like I said, it's a big, and it's gonna be a pretty thick trade, because look, issue number 25 almost is a double issue. It's pretty thick, so look at that. It's pretty thick. It's gonna be a thick reading, but it was fun. Complicated, but it's fun, and did what it's supposed to do, which was to entertain me. Could be done better, but what the heck. What is done is done. So I give it 3.5 out of 5. So, well guys, this is it. I hope that you like this video. Till later. Bye.